Working means now, teacher, right? Well, no. Students get confused because they learn one grammar point at a time in levels 1, 2, and 3. Working means now? Well, let's take a look. I am working. Yes, that's now. But I was working. That's the past. And I have been working means started in the past and still going on. The time with ing really depends on the auxiliary verbs. Working, working, working. I am, there's the auxiliary means now. She was, auxiliary meaning past. And I have been, started in the past and continuing now. So students learned ing first in level 1A, and the idea that ing is for the present gets cemented in your mind. It's better to call ing verb 4, which is just one of the 5 verb forms. Cleaned has an ed, so that means past, teacher, right? No. Look at the examples. She cleaned the house. There's ed, and that's the past. The house is cleaned once a week. There's ed, but that's the present passive. The house is cleaned. That's the present. The floors will be cleaned in a month is talking about the future. Each time we have ed, but we have different times. You have to check the whole sentence, especially the auxiliary verbs. You learned ed in level 2. The idea that ed is for the past gets fixed in your mind, but it's not always the past when we use ed. A better way to identify it is to call it verb 2 or verb 3, depending on the sentence's context. Eaten is the past too, because it's called a past participle, right, teacher? No. We have already eaten. Okay, in this case, it's finished before now, so the past. But fish is eaten at breakfast in Korea. Is eaten is the present passive. The past participle isn't limited to the past. It really expresses an idea of completed. I think it's better to call it verb 3 as a unique form of the verb, but not always connected to the past. It's important to be able to identify the 5 verb forms. When a teacher says use the base verb or verb 1, you need to know what that is. And it's very abstract. You have to memorize the pattern, especially for verbs 1, 2, and 3. Memorizing the forms and their number will make learning English much easier. Here are examples of the 5 verb forms. First, irregular verbs. Verb 1, or basic verb, is eat. Verb 2, often called the past, but not always for the past, is ate. Verb 3, eaten. Verb 4, eating. Verb 5, eats. This is always the third person singular in the present. Verb 4 is always the ing form. Now, these 3 verbs, eat, make, and cut, are all irregular, but eat changes from 1, eat, 2, ate, 3, eaten. Make stays the same in verb 2 and 3. You're going to be able to identify if it's 2 or 3 depending on the sentence. Cut is the same in all 3. So once again, you have to look at the sentence carefully to decide, what's its function? Is it a 2 or is it a 3? Regular verbs are verbs that end in ed. So here are 3 examples: work, clean, and study. Work, verb 1, worked, verb 2, worked, verb 3, and working and works. 2 and 3 are exactly the same. So is the same thing for clean and the same thing for studied. So it's going to take a little bit of extra step to identify which one it is. But it makes it also kind of easy because you say if it's ed, I can write either one and it will be the correct function. I work, here's the present simple. I work from Monday to Friday. He works every day. Does he drive to work? They don't go to school. What verb numbers are these? This is 1. This is 5. This is 1. And this is 1. Present continuous, even easier. We are cooking. She is eating. Are they working? Verb 4, verb 4, verb 4. Past simple. He worked yesterday. I cleaned last night. I made a salad. We ate already. I didn't cook. Did you sleep well? Verb 2, verb 2, verb 2, verb 2, verb 1 after didn't, and verb 1 after did. Present perfect. I have seen that movie. Verb 3. She has gone to work. Verb 3. Have you been to Texas? Verb 3. They haven't worked together. Verb 3. And she has cleaned the house. Whenever you see have, or has, or haven't, you know this next verb must be and only is verb 3. Even if it's a regular verb, the number for it will be 3, even though these two here are both ed. Okay, let's mix them up and see. She doesn't drive. What verb is that? It's 1. There's no change to it. We are talking. That's ing, verb 4. She cooked tamales. Verb 2. Have you cooked pasta? Same word, but here it's verb 3. Did you take a nap? Verb 1. Rice is often cooked in a machine. Verb 3. Present passive. The streets are cleaned twice a month. Verb 3. Part of the present passive. I hope this helps give you a little better control and understanding of the verb numbering system to help you memorize the structures for the different tenses.